Hello everyone, I'm Chris with U-Haul. Today we're going to review the Rockymounts After Party platform style bike rack. Now this bike rack is easy to use and a reliable way to secure your bikes on your next adventure with friends or family. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how to put it together and some of its features. Let's begin by opening the receiver pin with the provided key. Note that it is a very short spin to open the locks on this bike rack. You can now place the mounting shank and swing arm onto the vehicle. Note that it will only go to the passenger side, and that your receiver pin must be inserted from the passenger side. The locking cylinder can be placed on the receiver pin without the key and locked in position. Always make sure to cover with the dust cover. You can now tighten it down snugly with the provided tool. You're now ready to install the spine and the pivot bolt. Go ahead and open the swing arm a little bit. Place the spine onto the swing arm and you can secure it with the pivot bolt. Ensure there is a flat washer on each side and then affix with the locking nut. Now use both tools to tighten it down. Place it in the fully open position so we can bring the swing arm back to lock it into its stored point. It can be tricky to align the bolt and the nut. Once you have them aligned, be sure to tighten it snugly, but do not over tighten it. We're now ready to install the trays. For that, we're gonna put the bike rack into the use position. Pull up on your handle, lower the spine. Make sure it's locked so it doesn't move on us during install. You now need to determine which wheel trays go where. Make sure that your blue handle and blue locking tab are facing the rear of the bike rack, but they're also going to be in the center of the bike rack, not on the outside. So we're gonna start with this being our driver's side inner tray. Go ahead and press on the handle and open it up so we can align the hole. Passenger side inner. You can now install the tray bracket and bolts with a flat washer. Now secure them with the provided tool. Now repeat these steps for your outer wheel trays. With the bike rack assembled, we're now ready to load some bikes. You need to open your tire holds with this lever here. There are two ways to use this button. Depress it to open, or you can fully open it for loading, and it ratchets itself closed. Open up the arms for however many bikes you intend to load. Once you know you're centered on the rack, you can secure the other tire hold. And in the instance of this bike, we see some accessories getting in the way. Fear not, because we can adjust the tire hold for this accessory and as well to accommodate smaller children's bikes. Use the provided tools to loosen the tire hold. Pull your bolt out. You can then spread the arms apart and pull out the block. Can now secure this bike with our arms. You can now repeat these steps for a second bike, but do note that as customary with most platform racks, you do not have to rotate the seats and the handles with the After Party. The After Party does have a tilt away feature so that you can access the cargo area, without having to fully swing it away if you need just quick access. Pull on our blue handle, do support the bike so they don't hit you in the head, and lower it into position. However, for full unfettered access, we may want to swing away to be able to, say, hang out and have lunch in the cargo area on the trails. Let's take a look at the swing away feature. Be sure to lock it into the transport position before swinging it away. In order to swing the rack away, we need to loosen our locking handle. It's spring loaded, so you'll be able to tell it is free from the nut, and you can then pull up on this tab here to begin swinging it away. This is also an intermediate pivot point to allow the swing away to get a full 180 degrees. So we must again pull up on this handle and pull the trays into us. Be sure it locks, and you can continue to swing the bike rack away. When you're ready to return the rack to the travel position, you will need to lift up on this hidden handle to fold the swing arm. Don't forget to open the intermediate pivot point again. Always re-secure your locking handle when you close the rack. The After Party also includes a security chain to lock the bikes to the rack. There is a dust cover keeping the key cylinder clean. Open it to allow the security chain to enter. Open the slot for the security chain. The link will insert, so it needs to pass through the ring after we wrap it around the frame of the bikes. Now depress the locking cylinder, and your bikes are secure. That concludes our review of the Rockymounts After Party. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you on the trails. This rack is for a 2-inch receiver only, weighs 60 pounds, carries 2 bikes up to 60 pounds each, fits 20 to 29-inch tires up to 3 inches wide, and can accommodate a 36 to 55-inch wheelbase. If you have any questions about this bike rack, or if you'd like to take a closer look at one, visit your nearest U-Haul Hitch Center or visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch, towing, and bike racking needs.